I just saw Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, earlier this year, I did another similar movie review where I talked about Godzilla vs. Kong. I talked about, well, what I thought of it, my overall thought, and what I gave it. I gotta say right now, this movie, Spider-Man No Way Home, is, without a question, the #1 movie of 2021. Period. Don't even debate with me. And I'm sure many of you will agree. It isn't perfect, but it is fantastic. Absolutely good movie. Now, of course, some of you watching this video may not have seen the movie yet. So, just like the Godzilla vs. Kong video review, I will start off, the first half of this video will be non-spoilers, so I'll just talk about the movie as a whole, without spilling anything. And then after, I'll give like a warning in the middle saying, yep, we're now approaching the spoiler section. If you haven't seen it and you don't want to get spoiled, then that's when you'll just stop and click away from the video. And then after, I will talk about spoilers and stuff, because I have to talk a little bit about spoilers, because it just doesn't feel right talking about a movie without talking about it, you know? Right now, with the movie just released, you have to go to the theaters to watch it. With a friend, by yourself, with family, doesn't matter. Go watch it. It's not just about watching the movie, it's about the experience that comes with it. And my god, the experience was great. It was a whole emotional roller coaster, an entire emotional journey. It's not just all action and action, fighting. Obviously, I'll save that part for the spoilers, but there's a lot of action, but it also has a deep story that also that takes you on different places and really connects with the audience, especially for longtime Spider-Man fans. Most of the plot stuff really happens in the first 40 minutes of it, and after that it's just all action. That's it. It just from that point it just keeps ascending, and it keeps getting better and better. Now, me personally, I don't get emotionally affected that easily in movies like this. So, a movie like Godzilla vs. Kong, where the whole objective of that movie was, we want to see Godzilla and Kong fight, see who's the winner, and then after that, we get to see them fight a third party, Mechagodzilla, because they're two main primary characters, and Warner Brothers could not afford to kill off one of the characters. That's basically that. So that was really what we all paid our money to see. Monsters fighting. Obviously, in this movie, there are no monsters. They're all, well, if you count the lizard, but hey, don't say I spoiled it. He was in the trailer. So, but it's more about the story. It's more about Peter Parker, of course, and him being Spider-Man, and then of course the villains. And it's just more. That's when the story is focused. But then there's also a time when the action comes in, the action slaps. And that's really what makes it great. I will say it's a great experience. I will say if you go watch it at the theaters, just watch it. And for us Cineplex, we have this thing called Ultra AVX, which is loud sound, super crisp quality visuals. Always aim for the best, because this is definitely a movie worth watching. Not this movie you cannot enjoy just as a regular small screen. You have to. If you got a better option like IMAX, go for it. And so overall, I give the movie I would say, I'm not one to give perfect scores, because I believe everything, while they are still, even if they're still fantastic, there could always be some places that could be changed and could be improved. But I guess in this movie's case, there really wasn't. The writers did a really decent job at this. So I'm gonna say this was done pretty well. So there's really nothing I would change if I was a writer of that movie. I wouldn't really change anything. But I would personally they have the balance, because obviously this movie has a lot of characters, but I think every character, at least a majority of the characters, had a good moment to shine in the film, you know what I'm saying? The movie is great. It's one of the best Marvel films yet. Obviously, it has one of the the third most successful opening weekend box office making, right behind Infinity War and Endgame. And yeah, that's just it's a great sign. And I think on Rotten Tomatoes it has a 95% score. Whew, that is good. Like, it's been so long since we've seen a movie that has been praised so much before, during, and after release. Even now, it's been like, what, a couple days since that movie's been out, and it's still getting constantly praised. The way this movie's designed is just flawless. I cannot say how I am very impressed. So personally, my score for this movie is a solid 9 out of 10. 9.5 actually, we'll add that. Very good movie. I personally really enjoyed it, and of course, if you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Are you living under a rock? You gotta go see it. Go watch it. Boom. Okay, and that is my non-spoilers section. Now, as I've said, I am now going to dive into spoilers, and some of these spoilers might get pretty heavy, so if you haven't seen it, and you're one of those people who get super affected by spoilers, now is your chance to click away. Click away now. I'm giving you like a 5-second period. Pause the video, click away. I don't care if you don't watch this video to the end. It doesn't matter. But if you've seen it, or you just don't care and you want to know, then let's dive into the spoilers. Everything we have theorized for the past few months since the first trailer dropped in August, actually since the beginning of the year, is true. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. Oh my god. Now, we all saw them coming. Even though Sony has tried their very best to deny it, even Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland has lied about it so many times in their press interviews, like, oh, I'm not in the movie. Unfortunately, I'm not in the movie. Oh, I'm not in the movie. And then, yeah, they're in the movie. Because it's just too good of an opportunity for Sony and Marvel to mix. Like, if you're going to introduce, you're going to bring the villains from the other movies, from their respective trilogies, into this movie, of course you put in the Spider-Man. Otherwise, it'd just be such a big disappointment. And when they came in, not only did they come in at a perfect point in the movie, but their roles in the movie was, yeah, it was good. Because, well, obviously, apart from fan service, it's the first time, this is every Spider-Man's dream, seeing all three on the screen. But mainly, what I appreciate what the writers did with this movie is that they kept the story focused on Tom Holland's Spider-Man. That really was important. This movie is about Tom Holland's Peter Parker and how he has to deal with the fact that, well, first of all, the entire world knows who he is, and ultimately, as a superhero, what choices he has to make and what struggles will he be facing. Fantastic, we got to see Toby and Andrew interact for the first time, and then of course meet up with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and then we get that amazing, this, like, no one, if you told me 10 years ago, one day, as I'm watching the Raimi films, someone told me, oh, you see that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man on that screen? Yeah, one day, he's gonna enter the Marvel Universe. The same universe that we'll see Iron Man, Captain America, Loki, like, I would call you insane. But the fact that Sony and Marvel actually pulled this off, yeah, they deserve massive credit. They just made a lot of fans' dreams come true, and I will say they balanced it perfectly. Again, they focused the story on Tom Holland's Spider-Man. That is good. However, when Toby and Andrew came in, I think they came in like the 50-minute mark, no, the 1 hour mark of the movie. I don't know. Someone who's seen it can tell me in the comments, but make sure you include a spoiler warning before you write that comment. And when they came in, they had many scenes together. I really thought, you know, when I first heard about this, I thought, you know what, they'll just show up at the final battle. You know, when all hope seems lost, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is like getting beaten up, he's losing. When all hope seems lost, then the portals open and they come in. I thought that would be the moment, but they came in pretty early, even before the fighting. I think the biggest disappointment for me in this movie is Venom. He literally did nothing. he didn't even appear until like the post-credit scene. Now there were 2 post-credit scenes. The first, of course, is the Venom scene. The second one is it's basically a trailer for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and that was a good trailer. Hopefully, I don't know when Marvel actually put that trailer out publicly, like not as a post-credit scene, but like a full-length trailer. But it was good. It was a good start for us to understand the movie. Really wish he contributed. Maybe like he could have came in the final battle and be like, what's all, because he's an anti-hero in his own movies. So he could, like what Doc Ock did to, cure Electro. Maybe he could come in and help the Spider-Man fight. Maybe he could be the one who cured the Lizard. A creature and ooh, that would be, now that's a fight I'd actually want to see. Lizard versus Venom. Well, I think that would be a pretty cool fight. But he didn't do anything until the post-credits scene, where he's basically talking to the bartender in the hotel that he was sucked in the Let There Be Carnage post-credits scene. And that was it. And then after that, he was transported back into his own Sonyverse. Of course, there was a little bit of the symbiote left behind. Maybe we'll get to see a black like a black suit, but we'll see. I really wish he just did something, not just appear in the post-credit scene for the pleasure of the fans. Because when he was first sucked into the MCU at the Let There Be Carnage post-credit scene, that created hype, that created anticipation to a small interaction with a bartender. I feel like that could have been improved. I feel like that could have been taken a better direction, if you know what I'm saying. So, other than that, that's pretty much it. Now, I realized I did talk about this movie a lot. If you haven't seen it yet, I basically explained 80% of the movie. Now, explaining won't really do anything. I really feel like you have to watch it to fully understand, not just what I'm saying, but the movie as a whole, the story as a whole. So definitely go watch it. So of course, this has been my review and discussion of Spider-Man No Way Home. My score for it is a 9.5 out of 10. I think it is fantastic, very good, and yeah. So that being said, check out my Godzilla vs. Kong review if you haven't. And that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, you should hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.